Greetings, everyone. Today, I want to handle a topic that I've heard a lot of folks talk about it, but I want to deal with it squarely. Do strong men cry, or should men cry? Oh, yes, strong men do cry, and men do cry. Crying is an emotional outburst that happens when someone has been hurt or something great happened to them, and a wonderful experience happens to them, and the only way they can express it is in tears. You notice that the tears is dripping down from the man's eyes. Now, should strong men cry? Yes, you should cry. And sometimes you don't even plan to cry. But when that moment happens, the tears drip down. I was listening to Dr. Charles Apoki. He said his father had a problem with one of his eyes. And his father had gone to his friend to actually ask him for support in paying school fees, in paying his fees. And the friend asked him, why did you not put your child in a school of the poor so that you will not come and stress people? Based on what Dr. Charles Apoki said, he said he saw his father cry from the eye that was even have a problem. He saw tears come down from it. And then he made a decision and said, never again will any member of his family be in tears or go down on their knees begging others for support. And today, you can check him out, Dr. Charles Apoki. He has become one of the great speakers in the Christendom today. It's not so much it's not so much of the big name that most people hear about in the Christendom, but you need to listen to his messages. I love one of his quote. He said, Gary money no dey smell. Yes, Gary money no dey smell. You see, I love to listen to men that have been through things. I love to listen to men that have a story. I love to listen to men that have fallen, men that have been afflicted and they came back strong. That's the kind of men I love to listen to. Should strong men cry? Yes. The Bible tells us that the brothers of Joseph, when Joseph went to Egypt, went there first of all as a slave boy. From a slave boy, he became a business tycoon handling the business of Potiphar. From there, he went to prison. From prison, he now became governor. And from the governorship, with that, he handled the affairs very well and made Egypt to become prominent. When his brothers came to Egypt to ask for bread, to ask for grain, for support, when Joseph finally revealed himself to his brothers that he is still alive, though his brothers thought he may have been dead, and they had already told his father that he was dead. When Joseph revealed himself to them, he went back into the house and he wept. He wept. Yes, he cried. Tears dripped down from his eyes. I think I can only remember crying about I think I've cried about 6 to 7 times that I really remember. Yeah. You see, when you cry in public, some people think it's weakness. But it's an emotional strength. Yes, it's an emotional strength. But should you cry often? No. When you cry every often, it now seems as if you cannot handle complex issues. Yeah. That's the way the society portrays it. And since that's the way society portrays it, If you have to cry sometimes, go into the closet and cry. But come back with your head high. Come back with your shoulders high. Being ready to tackle the problem. The problem is not crying. But you cry and you get out and you face the situation. You cry and you get out and you handle the issue. It's not about crying. I don't respect men that cry but don't face the problem. I don't respect men that cry but don't deal with the issue. I respect men that cry, but in the midst of their tears, they enter into the fire. Yes, get into the fire. That's why you are a man. Yeah. But should you cry? Yes. When the occasion happens, you can burst out. It calms your nerves. But when your nerves are calm, you must go into that battle. Stop being a weakling. We have so many weak men today because they cry and do nothing. That's a weak man. A weak man cries and he does nothing about the situation. But strong men cry and go to battle. Yes. The Bible says David wept when he came back and saw that his persons have been, the women and the children have been taken captives, while the other soldiers that were with him cried. The Bible says David wept, but then he launched, he geared up himself, rode the horse, and went back and captured. That's what men do. You cry and you move to battle. You may have been down for so long, situation have paralyzed you. You're looking as if there is no help, no problem. Sometimes you cry, but rise up from that situation. The Bible says, arise and shine. Yes. God bless you.